Yeah. In any case, Assemblance has been upgraded.
They're just forming up in a conga line to be upgraded.
You can now hide yourself both on the infrared and ultraviolet plane, or spectrum. It's spectrum, not plane.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, Kai Search has been upgraded.
Uh-huh.
You can now cause stuff like bottles, windows, ceramics, urns, jugs, and so on to explode with such force that they basically turned into fragmentation grenades.
Friendly fire possible.
Well, yeah.
Alright. Okay, I wrote grande as opposed to grenade.
Well, speaking of Grand Nexus has been upgraded.
You don't say.
You can now pass through shadow gates without harm. And you can also detect shadow gates.
Yes.
Telegnosis has been upgraded.
Oh jeez, the conga line is turning into your common line in your common superstore.
You are now Rarity.
Hold on, come again, please.
You can now detect precious gems and minerals.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Then we just have to upgrade it one more time, then we can be Pinkie Pie and summon a parade.
Sorry,
Smile.
may I please catch my breath first? Don't tell something so funny when I'm drinking orange juice.
Apologies, but I couldn't see you drinking orange juice.
So
It's
we
okay, it's
actually
okay.
thought you were drinking Coca-Cola.
Nah.
Any
I'm
case, Magi Magic has been upgraded.
Okay, it's a rarity, okay. Magi Magic has been upgraded with more powerful spells or new spells?
New spells. You learned Power Glyph, which basically allows you to seal anything with your own personal glyph, like doors or boxes or anything. And, well, people have to be pretty powerful to get through said glyph.
Yes.
Also, you learned Hold Enemy.
Wow. A mythical version of the common grip and hold of an enemy.
Oh, I thought it was a magical version of a hawk.
No, it paralyzes people. It's
Oh,
hold as in hold there, criminal scum.
Oh.
well, as in
Stop right
there,
there.
and it'll be alright.
Stop right there, criminal scum.
In any case, let's get this adventure rolling. You set sail from Vadera Harbor on a bitterly cold, grey, late winter's day. The masts of your host ship, the Lentian Kleber Saxon, have been rigged with every available square inch of canvas to catch the prevailing wind that will, with luck, propel you quickly to Telestria, the first stage of your long journey home. The Kleber is
I think that's sort of the equivalent of trying to equip an old boat as sort of like that times turn of a speedboat.
Well,
Anyways.
this would never happen if you'd just taken one of those submarines, Lone Wolf. The Clipper is a sleek and impressive craft, and its departure does not go unnoticed. Yet of all the many Lentians who have turned out to watch and wave it farewell, only King Sarnak and his closest advisors know the true purpose of its voyage.
Huh.
Once the Saxon is beyond the sheltering walls of Vadera Harbor, the captain charts an easterly course along the Tentarias, the chain of seas and landlocked lakes which separate the two continents of Magnamund. You and your companion, Lord Arden, settle into the ship's easy routine, and with few on-board duties to perform, you endeavor to pass the long hours constructively. With the aid of a map, which he gives to you, Arden briefs you on the route you should travel if you are to reach Summerlund as swiftly as possible. You spend your time discussing the details of the route and pondering the new evil which now threatens your homeland and the Kai. Every night, as you lie awake on your bunk staring at the tarred beams of your cabin, you wish away the miles which separate you from your beloved homeland. You want most of all to be with your young Kai acolyte in this dark hour, but fate has seen fit to place a great distance between you. Fearful of what you may find if you arrive home too late, Every night you offer up prayers to the god Ishia and Kai to help speed your return to Summerlund. 10 days after leaving Vadera, the Saxon drops anchor in Varnos Harbour in Garthen, the crown capital of Telestria. The sleek and elegant lines of the Lentian craft contrast starkly with the drab functional hulls of the merchant ships and dhows which crowd the city ports, jetties and wharves. Lentian crafts are a rare sight in Garthen, and the Saxon is the rarest of Lentian craft. It is no wonder that its arrival stirs a friendship, interest and speculation among the citizens of this capital. Word of your arrival travels quickly to the royal citadel, and a troop of Queen Yvain's court cavalry are dispatched to the harbour. They are led by a stern-faced man who wears the uniform and gold insignia of the Lord Constable, the highest military rank in the Telestrian army. He brings his column of regal horsemen to a halt at the quayside. Then he dismounts and strides forward to welcome you in person as you disembark from the ship. The smooth, dark hair and noble countenance of the Lord Constable are oddly familiar, reminding you of someone whose name momentarily you cannot recall. "Welcome, my lord," he says with a respectful salute. "I am Nathor, Lord Constable of the Royal Citadel. My troop would be honored to escort you to the audience with Queen Yvain." "Pray tell me, Lord Constable," you reply, "have we not met before?" "No, sire. I venture you must be thinking of my late brother, Adamas. He held the office of Lord Constable afore me. I understand that you and he fought together in the war against the Dark Lords. He spoke most highly of your courage. Sadly, he is no longer with us. He died valiantly during the great siege of Torgar." "Oh, now I remember that guy."
Interesting, because I don't.
"Do you remember that was that guy, and you had to place the bomb at Torgar, and you kind of flipped a coin to see who would go place it?"
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was the other guy.
Okay.
You accept Lord Constable Nathor's offer of an escort to Queen Yvain's citadel, and call to Lord Arden, who has been watching you from the deck of a Saxon, to come join you. As Arden disembarks, Nathor gives a signal to his men, who are busy keeping an inquisitive crowd of citizens at bay. Hurriedly, they clear a gap in the pressing wall of curious, wide-eyed Garthenians, and moments later the horse-drawn coach comes trundling through towards the quay. Once you and Arden are safely aboard, Lord Constable Nathor shouts a terse command to the driver, and the coach speeds away from the harbour, escorted by the troop of court cavalry. A swervingly swift journey through Garthen's steeply narrow streets ends with the coachman reins in his horses in the courtyard of the royal citadel. Everywhere you look, you see soldiers of the royal household in uniforms, bedecked with glittering braid. A fanfare of trumpets announce your arrival, and, with minimal delay, Nathor escorts you personally to the State Hall, where Queen Yvain of Telestria, seated upon a throne and surrounded by a dozen of her court advisors, is waiting impatiently for you to appear. "Welcome, Grand Master," she says graciously. "Oh wait, that's another woman, by the way.
Yay.
They're starting to pop up more and more. Like,
Good.
just a little, but they're here. "We have been expecting you. King Sarnak sent word of your arrival by Message Hawk, and we have made arrangements to help speed your passage homewards." Respectfully you bow to the Queen and voice your thanks for the cooperation she has seen fit to offer you. "Not at all, Grandmaster, for Telestria is in your debt. Were it not for you, all that would have been in thrall of the Dark Lords." With this, Queen Yvain dismisses her advisors and motions for you, Ardan, and Lord Constable Nathor to approach the foot of her throne. "I understand the urgency of your journey, Grandmaster," she says, her voice hushed as if she fears being heard. "But I must caution you to be on your guard. The Dark God and those agents are abroad with plans to thwart your homecoming. I have received word from my garrison in the north that Slantbeast and Crone Riders have been sighted in the night skies. They venture forth from the ruins of the Dark Lord cities of Natgazad and Crackmantle, sent by the express command of Nor himself. They know now that you triumph in Ixia, and they are watching expectantly for your coming." "I thank you for this information, your majesty, but I'm sure that I can avoid these night riders," you reply confidently. "I have no doubt of this, Grandmaster," she says, "but they are not the only agents in Nor's employ. Word of your coming has spread like wildfire throughout the shadowy underworld of thieves and assassins. Great rewards of gold and dark magic have been offered for your death." "With respect, your majesty," you reply, tactfully masking your skepticism. "How do you know this to be true?" "Grandmaster, it is true. I heard it from the very lips of an assassin who was plotting your murder, here in the heart of my capital. He was captured while attempting to recruit others, and he is being held prisoner in the dungeons of this citadel. Perhaps you would welcome the chance to question this man yourself?" "Do you wish to question your would-be assassin or not?"
I think we should.
Yeah, maybe
Anything we have.
should.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go talk to the guy who wanted to kill us.
Wouldn't be the first time. Queen Yvain's command. Queen Yvain commands the Lord Constable to take you to the Citadel dungeons, which are located several levels below the State Hall. Here, shackled to the dank stone walls of a rat-infested cell, is the man who was caught in a Garthen tavern plotting your murder. Limp and unconscious, he hangs by his wrist in chains, his emaciated body showing all too clearly the signs of recent torture. A pot-bellied jailer scoops a bucket of foul water from a trough by the cell door and revives the prisoner by pouring it unceremoniously over his head. Coughing and spluttering, the wretch stares to unconsciousness. He raises his face and you sense that he recognizes immediately who you are. His eyes blaze with an undisguised hatred. "He's a tough one," growls the jailer. "I used all my skills on him, but he won't say who his paymaster is." "Oh, who his paymaster be?" The fat jailer reaches for a pair of long-handled pincers which are protruding from a brazier of hot coal. "Perhaps you'll be wanting to interrogate him yourself, sire," he says, offering you the pincers. Wisps of smoke curl from the sharpened tip, which are red and glowing.
Wow! We actually have a chance to do some torture here. That's not really my style! I prefer to just kill my enemies.
Yeah. "Aye, jailer, there are questions I'd like this man to answer, but I'll not be needing those," you reply, declining the use of the cruel pincers. "I prefer to rely on my own methods of interrogation. Do you wish to use Kai Alchemy or Kai Search or neither?" No, wait, you don't have Kai Alchemy. Do you wish to use Kai Search?
Yes.
What is it that does?
That's using mental power aggressively.
Basically, I think it sort of could be called a mind probe, if you will.
No, it was a blast last time I checked, but
Huh.
So basically, we're mind wiping the guy.
You focus your psychic.
Nice.
Yeah. You focus your psychic powers and launch a pulse of energy at the prisoner's mind in an attempt to weaken his resolve. You lose 1 endurance points. You sense that his memory is protected by a magical shield, but it proves to be ineffective against your psychic probe. The man shrieks with fear as his body is racked by uncontrollable tremors. You command the prisoner to reveal the identity of the person who sent him here to Garthen to murder you, and a mass of images begin to swirl and solidify in your mind's eye. They are the images of a past meeting in a far-off place which you recognize to be Duardon, the capital city of Eldenora. You see a shadowy figure, sheathed in ornate chainmail, handing a bulging pouch of gold to the prisoner in a dimly lit alleyway. The figure speaks your name before melting away into the shadows. "Who is this person?" you say, commanding the trembling prisoner to answer. He parts his bruised lips and tries to utter a name, but no sound emerges. You sense that he is fighting to overcome the remnants of a shielding spell placed upon his mind. Moving closer, you try to make out the name he's struggling hard to whisper. Cautiously, you place your ear close to the trembling man's mouth and try to identify the name he's struggling hard to utter. "Luther," he breathes. Then he gives a chilling snigger and you feel the hairs on the nape of your neck begin to rise. Your sixth sense is screaming a warning. You are in danger. With his tongue, the prisoner dislodges a hollow tooth and bites down hard upon it. It releases a vile greenish gas, which he exhales directly into your face. Do you wish to use Grand Nexus?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. A holdout tooth. So apparently this guy's a member of Hydra.
You recoil from
Isn't that sort of how the using a false tooth? Isn't that sort of like how that Hydra agent committed suicide? Except his was cyanide pill. Tooth.
Yeah, but it's a classic way for agents to kill themselves, using hollowed out tubes to take suicide pills.
Still, I'm writing out. Hydra agents are planning to kill us.
Yeah. Do you also want the name of the guy he mentioned?
Yes.
Luther.
Yeah, I just wrote down.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Wait. Could you please spell that?
Lutha.
Okay.
Wow. Close. I thought that we were, come a little too close to Superman's turf here.
Okay.
Yeah, that was what I was afraid of too.
Okay, so the Dark God Nor and his infinite frustrations with your ability to hint his plans have hired Hydra and Lex Luthor.
Yep.
That would be something, alright. I must admit, I was a bit afraid it was going to be, something even worse along the lines of Lucifer, but yeah, that would be a bit overkill.
Yep.